Do you need to know how to code to become a cloud engineer? Do you need to know how to use stuff like Python, Typescript, Terraform, Powershell, Bash? Now the answer isn't actually always the same. If you don't know who I am, I'm TechToby. I've been working in technology for 10 years and most recently as a cloud engineer. I've worked on Azure and AWS. Now not every company is the same and the cloud engineering role can differ between company to company. And I actually recently interviewed with a FTSE 250 company who told me that the likes of Python, PowerShell, and Bash were actually a nice to have. Predominantly, they just wanted you to be very good at Terraform, which is quite easy to do so. Go check out my tutorial if you haven't watched it. Now, if you want to be paid more money and you want to be the best of cloud engineers, you really need to learn how to code. And your level of coding to be a cloud engineer, you don't have to be a god, okay? But understanding the basics, like how to do a variable, a for loop, creating a function, is going to help you a lot day to day to automate tasks that you would do manually. Now myself, when I used to work on Azure, I used a lot of PowerShell. Now I work on AWS, it's combined between Python or Bash. Now how often am I automating tasks with code? To be honest, at the moment, not a lot. But the key thing to remember that I do have that knowledge. So if something comes up that is grinding everyone's gears in the team, we keep doing something that's manual that we shouldn't really be doing, it's good to know that you have people in your team that have that knowledge of how to code and they can go and automate something for you. Now in my role, I don't use a tremendous amount of serverless technology like an AWS Lambda, where you would code a Python script to interact with the AWS Bot3 library. I made probably 3 last year, which as you can imagine isn't a lot. And that's just down to client requirements. If I have clients who are the company I'm working for aren't using this technology, I'm not going to use it as much. But I do use it in my spare time, as always, to stay up to date with the latest technology and make sure I don't lose those skills. Because with anything, if you're not doing it for a prolonged period of time, eventually you're going to decrease some of your knowledge. Thankfully, I work on quite a few home projects and do a lot of cloud stuff in my own spare time, whether that is on the likes of Upwork or Fiverr. Now I'm actually going to show you a real example of a Python script that I wrote which helped automate a task. And I actually wrote a LinkedIn article for it, so if you want to go over and read it, you're more than welcome to. I published this on September the 15th, 2023. Now just to talk you through what the script actually does, pretty much it was automating the bulk removal of a lot of AWS AMIs that were stored within an account. Not only did it remove the AMIs, it removed the associated snapshots with that AMI. Storage in cloud can take up a lot of money. Essentially, we found ourselves in a situation where our client was using some contractors and they were doing a lot of backups manually. And because of the way they were doing it, they weren't using the AWS backup service. The AMIs and the snapshots weren't conjoined together to be able to delete it. If I wanted to remove 500 snapshots and AMIs, which in this situation it was, which was costing around £6,000 a month, I would have had to do that manually by first deregistering the snapshot and the AMI together and then deleting them. Unfortunately on AWS you can't delete the AMI without deregistering the snapshots with them. Now if this was done correctly in the AWS backup service, you can just go ahead and press delete. You can restore as well. So because of this situation, someone would have had to manually remove 500 AMIs and snapshots. And I said, well, why don't we just automate that? I mean, we can use Python, we can use the Bot3 library. I'll go ahead and spend some time doing that. And this is exactly what I've done. This is the code here. I'll tell you what, let me copy this out and just put it in VS Code. Okay, here we go. Now, actually, let me just zoom in a second. Okay, right, I've zoomed in. Now, if you haven't used Python before, I've put in some comments in here just to actually show what is going on. And the first thing it's doing is importing the Bot3 library. Now, I had a list of all of the AMIs in a CSV spreadsheet. And essentially what the Python code is doing is it is iterating through all of those AMI numbers within that spreadsheet, connecting it back into the Bot3 library, deregistering the AMI and the snapshots associated with them, and then deleting them. So as you can see here, read the list of AMIs from the file, which is from the CSV. It initializes the AWS Bot3 clients for the EC2 and EBS. These are the services that I needed to interact with. It iterates through the AMIs, deregisters each one, and it's doing that in, as you can see, in a for loop there. And then the next stage is to delete the snapshots associated with that AMI. And down here, you specify the path of where you're going to call that CSV from. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. It was CSV originally, but I changed it into a text file. Because Python is quite a little bit annoying when you do it on Windows, you have to put this little R here. So if you're doing anything in Python, remember to put like an R there. Otherwise, it doesn't recommend the file path. So that is one real life example of how you would use Python to automate a task as a cloud engineer. There is another routine task that I've done before, which is creating a Lambda to just automatically power EC2 down out of hours just to save costs. That's a very easy Python script to create and something that you could easily even do as a portfolio project. Creating the Python script, configuring the Lambda, doing the time interval to actually shut stuff down. It's very easy for a junior to do. So the answer is, if you want to become a cloud engineer and you want to get ahead of your peers, you want to become the best of the best, you should learn the code. If you want to be someone who's just working on delivering architecture with Terraform, maybe doing some configuration management with Ansible, doing some pipelines, yeah, fair enough, you can do that and you could probably find a job where you get away with it. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a little bit boring and a little bit routine if you're always using the same skill set. And if you are someone who's currently doing that and you want to maybe get paid a bit more money, just go automate some of your stuff. And also the other point to note is that if you don't have anyone in your team with that sort of scripting knowledge, a lot of the stuff you're going to be doing is just taking too long. Learn how to code, learn how to automate tasks, write a few scripts, and you become a better cloud engineer. As always, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And as always, thank you all very much for watching.